In a move ripped straight from the authoritarian greatest hits, Donald Trump signed an executive order late Thursday to cut all federal funding to NPR and PBS. Why? Because he claims they're guilty of biased and partisan news coverage. Yep, the guy who made fake news a catchphrase now wants to defund Big Bird. On Friday, the White House doubled down, accusing NPR and PBS of using taxpayer money to push radical woke propaganda under the disguise of journalism. Because like nothing screams dangerous leftist indoctrination like Mr. Rogers. Let's break this down. NPR and PBS together receive about $500 million in public funding. That sounds like a lot until you learn that NPR says that less than 1% of its own budget comes from public dollars, the rest coming from sponsorships, donations, and actual journalism people want to support. So what the hell is going on here? How long are we going to pretend this isn't just Project 2025 in motion? A deliberate, slow-motion gutting of public institutions? What happens to public media in America when politicians decide the truth is inconvenient? And seriously, how do you cancel Sesame Street and still think you're the good guy? What did Big Bird ever do? Public media itself is a cornerstone of democracy. Countries all around the world have their own version of the setup, where a media entity is either entirely or partially funded by the state, but operates independently from the government. This is vital. Entities like this provide neutral information, entertainment, emergency services, and access to knowledge. If a government can control the media, it's bad news for freedom. If money can buy the media, that's bad. I don't even think I need to say that though. But Trump and his friends, who have either never read a history book in their lives or read too many and picked up the wrong idea, have decided that public media is bad because they tell the truth about them. Wah, facts are evil, wah. According to the White House statement, unlike in 1967 when the CPB was established, today the media landscape is filled with abundant, diverse, and innovative news options. Government funding of news media in this environment is not only outdated and unnecessary, but coercive to the appearance of journalistic independence. Yes, other diverse options, like Fox News. Trump and his dystopian loyalists, including Elon Musk, have been rallying against NPR and PBS for years, claiming they're biased and pushing a left-wing agenda. Both organizations strongly deny these accusations. Trump sees it differently though. Just last month, he went off on Truth Social, calling them radical left monsters that so badly hurt our country, proving once again that he couldn't even get a job at the institutions he so desperately tries to destroy. In his new executive order, Trump claims the Corporation for Public Broadcasting hasn't lived up to its duty to stay fair and impartial, to him specifically, so now he wants the funding gone. The White House statement also provided a long list of what it said were trash that passes for news at PBS and NPR. What are some of these alleged infringements, you ask? Reporting on trans issues, and NPR apologizing for categorizing people as illegals, a term multiple news entities have moved away from for describing people, instead using the word to describe an action, such as living in a country illegally rather than an illegal. So I just want to make sure you're getting how insane this is. The Trump administration wants to call immigrants illegals. They want them labeled into a group so it's easier to discriminate against them and rally their supporters to do the same. Who else did something similar? And the reporting on trans issues thing, I had a quick look on the NPR website and searched the word trans. Have a look. They're mostly reporting on what Trump has said or what he's doing to attack trans people. There are a couple of fluff pieces in there, like a chat about TikToker Dylan Mulvaney's book, but it's pretty easy to see who brought the issue up. Trump himself. Oh no, don't report on what I said as I said it and not like it. Illegal. The list of so-called infringements goes on forever. Have a look if you want to be even more confused and ruin your day. A lot of them are just when they criticized or questioned the administration. 'Cause duh. The real problem with this order isn't just a funding cut. NPR and PBS don't rely heavily on CPB's money. The real issue here is the president trying to wield power he legally doesn't have. So not only is this just truly ridiculous, it's just categorically illegal. And NPR and PBS say they're going to fight back. Some legal experts say Trump's order might overstep his authority, since CPB isn't a federal agency. It's a non-profit that just handles federal funding, and it could even violate the First Amendment. PBS President Paula Kerger slammed the executive order on Friday, calling it blatantly unlawful, and warning that it puts PBS's 50-year mission of public education at risk. She said PBS is exploring every option to keep serving its stations and viewers. Meanwhile, CPB President Patricia Harrison pushed back just as hard, saying the White House has no control over their organization. In fact, when Congress set it up, it made it illegal for any government official to ever try and run the show. Catherine Mayer, NPR President and CEO, also issued a Friday statement regarding the executive order. We will vigorously defend our right to provide essential news, information, and life-saving services to the American public. We will challenge this executive order using all means available. She added that this is not about balancing the federal budget. The appropriation for public broadcasting, including NPR and PBS, represents less than 0.0001% of the federal budget. The president's order is an affront to the First Amendment rights of NPR and locally owned and operated stations throughout America to produce and air programming that meets the needs of their communities. Kate Riley, head of America's public television stations, said her group is deeply concerned about the executive order, saying, "This order goes against the will of the American people." She added that it threatens the critical public safety, education, and local services that millions rely on every day, especially in rural areas where public TV is often the only local media outlet available. Let's get into that, okay? For real, let's get into that. Let's take a look at who actually depends on federal funding for public broadcasting the most. A recent report showed that in 2023, West Virginia topped the list, followed by Alaska, New Mexico, and Montana. Out of the 20 states the most reliant on that funding, 15 voted for Trump in 2024. Trump's move to defund PBS and NPR is just another piece of his authoritarian playbook, which he didn't even write, by the way. A dictator who got his manifesto from the likes of Paul Dans and Brendan Carr. That's just simply embarrassing. Brendan Carr, by the way, is the one who came up with all this bullshit for Project 2025. Here's the little beady-eyed who wants to destroy public media. He's also the one who wanted to take TikTok from you. I normally wouldn't be so mean, but nah, this guy, 1984-ass villain. While Trump bullies universities, non-profits, and law firms under flimsy excuses, he's also going after independent media. Even if this executive order doesn't hold up legally, it sends a clear message. Stop reporting truthfully about him or pay the price. Presidents griping about press coverage isn't new, but trying to shut down funding? That's autocrat territory. This news has not only enraged people like me, it's also made people really sad, including Elmo. Last month, when the news started swirling about Trump's plans, Elmo posted this on X. Elmo needs a hug today. And after the executive order, he posted this. Don't worry, Grover, Elmo's got you. It's not even just America. Sesame Street was on my TV growing up too. Like, bro, it's a freaking Sesame Street. Like, I can't right now. Who does this? This is not just about NPR and PBS. This is about full-blown censorship. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Ask yourself, who wins if public broadcast media dies? Who benefits? So what can we do? Do we just watch as America falls to authoritarian rule and cancel Sesame Street? No, there are ways to save this. Please don't give up. The most basic way to help is to donate. If you have the means. I'll leave links below for you to do that. If you don't have the means, do not stress. We're all broke right now. We're in Tariff Town. There are other ways to make change here. On protectmypublicmedia.org, they've made it easy for you to write to Congress, sign petitions, and share your story. That link will be below too. Another way is to attend protests. I know there've been so many and you're probably exhausted, but please consider attending. There is so much at stake. And the last and probably easiest way to support the cause is to post on social media. TikToks, tweets, whatever works for you. Let people know this is bad for them. Even if they're a Trump supporter, this is bad for everyone. This isn't just about public broadcasting. It's about what kind of world we want to live in and who gets to shape it. But for now, I'll leave you with Elmo.
And maybe this time we don't say goodbye. We'll just say bye-bye for now.
Okay. Bye-bye for now, Daddy.
Bye-bye for now, son.